Greetings, YouTube. Sometimes I start a video that's going to talk about one thing, and then something happens and it ends up combining into two different things. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is that several of you have asked me, Prof, I know you run map 5. Is your battle group screwed like ours? Let me just show you what I see from my angle. So, good news and bad news. Good news is, as you can see on the right, I was able to join my battle group just fine hours ago. The problem is, when you look at the map 5 BG1, you can see that there's 24% explored because 5 out of 10, literally half my BG, is locked out of Alliance Quest. They have been attempting to join and they've been logged out, shut out, restarted the game, whatever you want to call it. They will not, it's like a force field, literally, where Dr. Doom has decided to be so evil that he has put a force field around even the entry of Alliance Quest. So, yeah, we're screwed. Now we're up to 6 out of 10 members. But if 4 out of 10 can't join, what you end up doing is seeing paths that can't be covered. You see full paths, we would be, all the way to tier 2.5 by now. Normally at this time in the evening, we are all the way up there, but not today. So yes, not sure why map 5 is specifically having that force field of not being able to log in for people, but so far it is that way, and map 6 thankfully does not have that issue. It's just very strange to see such a low percentage by your battle group and know that the other two battle groups are running as normal. Shout out to BG3, by the way, 86% already. That's awesome. Okay, so that is issue number 1. But issue number 2 is Alliance tickets, which I saw that and thought, well, that's weird. I run map 5. I don't use Alliance tickets. Map 5 is free. Well, turns out that everybody is being sent 120 Alliance tickets. Now, for me, I think, well, cool. I mean, I don't really use them. But if you're map 6 or map 7, I want to know how you feel about this. I do know that some of you have said that part of the problem is, of course, that you've also used resources like on day 1 when Alliance Quest was only open for a couple of hours, but you still used items or you wasted boosts. That's probably the biggest complaint I've heard this week is you use a boost. Even if you're like a beginning summoner who uses an experience point boost that expires, that can still be really annoying, particularly if you're pushing to get to the next level. So I hear you. I hear those complaints. I take them to heart. I really do. But in the meantime, it's just an ongoing issue where if it was up to me, I think the smartest thing to do is just to stop Alliance Quest for the rest of the week. Don't have anybody risk spending potions or units or revives when a lot of people like my battle group can't log in. Just give everybody the rewards from last week, and then rerun it in a couple of days once you have fixed all of the bugs. But until then, scores are going to be so off. If you're in a top 20 alliance, especially, it's like, I don't even know how to gauge it. I'd probably be pretty upset. Thankfully, I'm in a very relaxed alliance where we get more concerned about debating pizza toppings than we do whether or not you finish your battle group. Though, to be fair, I am with a lot of amazing players, and we always finish our battle group. So there you have it. Are you happy with the alliance tickets? Do you not really care because you want to see the quote-unquote further compensation that will be sent out for the Alliance Quest delay experienced earlier in the week? Also, that's one of the issues, but all the emergency maintenance, especially those that have screwed up the arena grinds of so many of my fellow arena grinders, that's an entirely different issue. You can talk about further compensation for Alliance Quest delays, and that's important, but you've also got to talk about those emergency maintenance that have popped up way more than featured 5 stars, as Sai likes to say quite brilliantly in the drop rates of featured calves versus the drop rates of now Marvel. It should be Marvel compensation of champions, but right now it's just Marvel maintenance of champions, right? Love to hear your thoughts on this. Hopefully, unless something crazy happens, I can walk away from my computer. This will be the last video that I post for the evening. If something crazy happens, Lord, please no. We'll be back at it. But, this should be it. Have a good night or morning if you're waking up across the pond, YouTube, to this info. 120 Alliance tickets. It's a start. But then again, there's 2 different compensation problems. It's the Alliance Quest issues, and then, of course, it's the 5, 6, 7 different emergency maintenance we've seen just since Monday.